This is the desert. It is a dangerous place. People do not go into the desert unless they really have to. There's no water in the desert, and without water, we die. And there's no food in the desert, and without food, we die. And when the wind blows, it changes the shape, and people get lost, and some never come back. In the daytime, the sun is so hot that people have to wear lots of clothes to protect themselves from that heat and the sun, and from the wind that blows the sand and makes it sting on your arms and your legs. And at night it gets so cold you have to wear many clothes to keep warm. The desert is a dangerous place, and people only go there if they really have to. Now, the people of God, they went across the river out of Egypt and into freedom. And when they made it to freedom, Miriam led the dancing. They were so happy. Now that the people are free, they can go wherever they want to go. I wonder which way is the best way to go. Now, God loved the people so much that he showed them something called the 10 best ways to live. Sometimes these 10 best ways to live are called the 10 commandments. Now, as the people traveled across the desert, and remember, they only go there when they really have to. They were desperate. They were going to freedom. As they traveled across the desert, they followed a column of fire by day and a column of smoke by night that was sent by God to lead the way. Now they began to complain. There was not enough food. There was not enough water. Some people even wanted to go back to Egypt where they had been in captivity, but they were safe there, they said. But God helped Moses find food and find water. And finally, they came to a great mountain. Now the people came very close to the mountain, but they were afraid to touch it because this mountain, called Mount Sinai, was covered with fire and smoke. And Moses was the only one who had the courage to climb up the mountain into the fire and the smoke to meet God. Now, when Moses was on top of the mountain, he came so close to God, and God came so close to him, that he knew what God wanted him to do. God wanted him to write down the 10 best ways to live on stones, and he wanted him to bring them down the mountain to the people. So God gave the 10 commandments to Moses. Moses gave them to the people, and the people gave them to us. Now these 10 best ways, the 10 commandments, some of them are about loving people, and some of them are about loving God. And of course, God loves us. Now the first commandment that he gave, the first of the best ways were about love God. Number 1 was don't serve any other gods. And number 2 was make no idol to worship. That might be like a statue, or maybe even something that's not like a statue, maybe like money. Who knows what the idol is for people. Number 1 was to be serious when you say God's name. Don't say it just to be silly. It's only a name to use when it's serious and it's important. And number 4, about God, is keep the Sabbath holy. Like for us, our Sabbath is Sunday. So keep it a holy day. Keep it a day, a special day. Now the other commandments are about loving people. Number 5, honor your mother and your father. Number 6, don't kill. Number 7, don't break your marriage. Number 8, don't steal. Number 9, don't lie. Let's see if I can get number 10 in there. Number 10, don't even want what others have. I know these commandments, they're all pretty hard. Now, God didn't say that these were the 10 easy things to do. He said these are the 10 best ways to live. These are his 10 commandments. They are hard, but we're supposed to try to do them because they mark the best way. Just like stones can mark a path. These are kind of like a path to the best way. So I wonder, which of these 10 best ways do you like best? These are good questions to talk with your parents. I wonder if one of these is most important. I wonder which one might be especially for you. I wonder if there's any way we could leave out any of these 10 commandments, these 10 best ways, and still have all that we need. Could we like maybe leave out don't kill, but still be good? I don't know. That's something to think about and talk about. And when we're talking about the story, what part of the story do you think you liked best? When they came out of Egypt and crossed the river and Miriam led the dancing, or maybe when they were on their way across the desert to Mount Sinai, and they were following that column of smoke and fire, or maybe when they got to the mountain and Moses went up and brought down the commandments. I wonder where you are in this story, or if there's a part of this story that's about you. I wonder if there's any part of this story we could leave out and still have all we need. Those are all good things to talk about with your parents. That's a good story. See you tomorrow.